Welcome to commercial-free CNN Student News. I'm Carl Azus. Attorney General Eric Holder says the U.S. government will seek the death penalty against a man accused of the 2013 Boston Marathon terrorist attacks. Officials say Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and his brother Tamerlan are responsible for killing 4 people and injuring hundreds of others. Tamerlan was later killed in a confrontation with police. Dzhokhar is awaiting trial after pleading not guilty to all 30 charges against him. The government's announcement doesn't necessarily mean he'll get the death penalty. Well, as you can see, I am back in our studio here at CNN a few days after a snow and ice storm shut down Atlanta and many of its surface streets and interstates. The effects of that remain all over the road. Abandoned cars, wrecks everywhere. I passed this tangled traffic mess on my way into work today. A coworker recorded the video. It stretched the length of several football fields. Yesterday, Georgia's Governor Nathan Deal apologized to everyone who'd been stranded over the past few days. He took responsibility for Georgia not preparing early enough to avoid these consequences. It wasn't just roads, though. Thousands of flights were canceled in the southeast. There's a lot of rescheduling and cleanup underway today. We don't have anything like this in the U.S. In fact, only one country in the world sees such a massive human migration on this scale. China during the Lunar New Year. The Year of the Horse starts today. It's celebrated in several countries. The festival in China lasts until February 14th. It'll include religious ceremonies, parades, shopping, horse races, and above and beyond all of that, time with family. It's central to the Lunar New Year. One news writer put it like this: it's like everyone in the country has a family reunion all at the same time. And China is not only the world's most populated country with 1.3 billion people, it's a large country as well, the 4th largest in the world. To show you what traveling is like when 7 million people are doing that each day leading up to the festival, one of our reporters tagged along.
Zhou Xia's journey from Beijing begins at night. I'm feeling great now because I'm going home, she says, and I often only go home once a year. Like millions of migrant workers in China, she's rushing to catch a train home before the new year. And we're rushing with her.
So they say every journey starts with a single step, and this is very true. We're heading around 1,000 kilometers away to Anhui province for part of the great migration of people in China.
Zhou works 2 jobs as a maid, and her husband is a foreman. Together, they earn around $1,200 a month. It's enough to keep them far from home. Chinese will take a staggering 3.4 billion trips over the month-long Spring Festival period. It's the largest annual migration on the planet. And it makes for a tight squeeze. I bet you've never experienced anything like this before, laughs Zhou.
Trying to get on this train, it's jam-packed because everyone has the stuff they're taking home to their relatives, and there's so many people here, and we all have to squeeze on the same train.
This year, online sales to Anhui sold out in seconds, so Zhou got tickets to the first stop, hoping the conductor wouldn't throw them off. With standing room tickets, we're marched past the sleeper carriage to our spot outside the washrooms for the next 10 hours. I don't mind sitting here, she says, because I miss my children so much. I want to go home. They are my children, and it's not like we are separated for a month or 2. It's for an entire year. But this isn't so much a vacation for Zhou, it's a pilgrimage home. And for the multitude of migrants heading back, the overnight journey is often crowded, frequently uncomfortable, and definitely tedious. But it's the destination that counts. Every year when I get near home, I feel so happy, says Zhou. But the thought of going back is so hard. I feel so sad, and every time I cry. But for now, Zhou has 3 precious weeks in her village to forget about her work, to spend time with her son that she's putting through college, and to just be a mother. A family separated by necessity, but brought together by tradition. David Mackenzie, CNN, Maohang Village, China.
Time for the shout out. What number is represented by these Roman numerals? XLVIII. If you think you know it, shout it out. Is it 14, 36, 37, or 48? You've got 3 seconds. Go. In Roman numerals, XL is 40 and VIII is 8. So Super Bowl XLVIII will be Super Bowl 48. That's your answer, and that's your shout out.
A few more numbers associated with Super Bowl 48. 1.25 billion, the number of chicken wings eaten nationwide on game day. 4 million, what it costs to air a 30-second advertisement during the game. And 79,000, the capacity of MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. That's what law enforcement officials are focusing on, keeping everyone there safe. There haven't been any specific terrorist threats concerning the Super Bowl, but police are watching everything from the transportation systems that will bring people to the game to the tourist sites they'll visit while they're in the area.
I would say, arguably, this is the biggest security challenge the city has ever faced.
Ed Hartnett, a former NYPD intelligence commander, has overseen some of the most high-profile, high-security moments in New York City's history. But he says the NYPD's latest mission, securing Super Bowl Boulevard, a 13-block stretch in the middle of Manhattan, could be even tougher. Hartnett thinks of it as New Year's Eve, going on for days with all the same challenges. Those challenges magnified now, Hartnett says, following threats made on the Olympic Games in Sochi.
If you recall, before 9/11, a lot of the so-called chatter was about a big event that would probably happen in Europe. And actually the event sadly happened here. I think law enforcement officials are mindful of that.
100 law enforcement agencies are bringing in manpower and resources to keep Super Bowl 48 safe. On Monday, the task force deployed officers to a New Jersey home less than 20 miles away from MetLife Stadium, where the game will be played. One man was arrested after a bomb squad found homemade explosive devices and guns. Officials say they found no link to terrorism or the Super Bowl.
There's been a lot of planning, there's been a lot of preparation. But what's still keeping you up at night?
Nothing.
Lieutenant Colonel Ed Setnar of the New Jersey State Police took us inside the Super Bowl's command center in a secret location where a vast network of cameras are monitored around the clock.
In my career, in 27 years, this is the largest event that the New Jersey State Police is undertaking. And the Super Bowl it's not a holiday, but it's an American tradition that this is huge.
Super Bowl 48 has its own unique challenges. There will be events in both New Jersey and New York. There are 4 nearby airports where air traffic will have to stop at times. Several event venues sit close to water. For that reason, authorities studied the 2008 terrorist attack in Mumbai, which launched from the water.
And we've been looking at all our vulnerability sites and making sure that when the 80,000 folks come in to celebrate the Super Bowl, every contingency is covered.
Alexandra Field, CNN, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
This Friday's roll call has a bit of a boxing theme to it. Why? Because I'm feeling punchy. In this corner, hailing from Jamestown, North Dakota, the Blue Jays are in the ring. They're representing Jamestown High School. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bison. The Bison of Buffalo Grove High School are contenders in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. And roaring in from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Lions of Hickory Grove Christian School. Lions are always the main event. Great to see some of you recently here at CNN Center. Well, it's been said there's a first time for everything, like when a polar bear cub first lays eyes and paws on snow. I can hear the resounding "aww" all the way from here. This cub was born in November along with 2 others, but he's the only one of his siblings who survived. Staff at the Toronto Zoo raised him indoors and nursed him by hand, which is why he might look a little bewildered at what's supposed to be his native habitat. He'll learn to bear it soon enough. For humans, snow can be polarizing, but once that little guy learns to love it and walk in it, his cub runneth over. Hope the last day of the month is a great one. We'll see you in February.